Brodies, the 4-3-3 attack. I've seen a lot of people try out the 4-3-3 variants. Quite famously, the 4-3-3-2. That's obviously the 1 CDM and I think 2 CMs. I tried out the 4-3-3-4 and I won't lie. Before I obviously do these tactics videos, I always test out the formation and it's been cooking, bro. Nearly Div 1. I think I'm like a one win away from Div 1. And yeah, it's just a very, very nice formation in terms of like attack. But just do bear in mind, it is more so the fun side, more so than, you know, pretty much like the ratty side. I think the most famous formation right now that everyone is using, I think, could be the 4-4-1-1. 4-5-1 is still very good. I've seen a lot of people still use that. But yeah, let me know what's the best formation. Let's get into it. Man, come on. You already know MMOEXP, the best coin website to get your FC26 coins. Get a huge jump start to your teams. I'm talking Mbappe's. I'm talking some of the best cards in the game, man. META, that's code META for the best, cheapest coins. Check first link in description. Also, 8% off. God damn. Now, with this formation, you obviously got your wingers, right? That essentially kind of press out wide but then cut inside, so it's a very nice movement pattern. I feel like if you know how to play this formation, I feel like in previous FIFAs it was so good, man, back in the older days, but right now I just feel like the worst thing you can do with this formation specifically is use lanky players. So you want to have, I'd say, the best players in terms of positioning and like just movement. Like, I'll be real, Rashford needs to get out the team. Rui Costa, my team is ass, bro, straight up. I mean, I don't even know how I'm close to Div 1, but at least, you know, the formation kind of overshadows that, you could say, especially with the movement, man. You need to know exactly how to like position your players, and at the end of the day, it's just to give you the idea, you know, how to use this formation. So you can always use your own like instructions and stuff, but I will show you exactly how I'm using it. You obviously got your wingers, as I said, which is pressed up. I actually have notes that I've taken into account. So wingers basically are up high and wide, stretching the opponent's defense and obviously creating space centrally. And then you obviously got your inside forward runs for the most of the wingers, as everyone uses. And then you obviously have the sprint dribbling. So I feel like having wingers that have the technical plus, the rapid plus is perfect. So you need to look into account what players you're using firstly, what play styles they have, how much pace they have, and yeah, that's mainly the thing of that nature. So I'll get into the actual play style. So I think for the wingers it's perfect to have like technical, even if they have pace, bro, you know, we don't need to be doing too much. It doesn't need to be too OD. But then also for your striker, mainly I'd say if you're playing more of the approach of a lone striker, even though he's like, let's say, lanky, if he has enforcer like Gyökeres, we're looking at like my Lukaku right there, he's going to be perfect because he's basically going to get fed the balls, pause, through to him, and then he obviously, like, you know, uses the enforcer and then obviously slots the goals through. So you need to look out for play styles like right there. I think the best one though obviously is going to be finesse shots. You got the likes of obviously the low driven, of course. For your cam, this is so vital, boys. This is why I have Rui Costa in the team. It is going to be the incisive pass plus, one of the best passing play styles right there in the whole entire game, bro. Shut up. The ball just goes directly to the striker, especially if you do that double tap triangle, double tap Y on Xbox. And yeah, very, very nice. We got obviously 2 CMs. I feel like here you can go pretty much ham with anything. Not the player, the actual play styles, you can literally just go like, the best is obviously going to be like Reinders and De Jong. Everybody's using them, bro. I mean, I can really see the teams, bro. Reinders, De Jong. Like, if you literally just use this team, Reinders CM, De Jong CM, use the likes of like Vert Cam, striker. You got obviously the Demon Gal, I like to call her. I don't even want to say her name, bro. It's kind of like out of my mind already. Claudia, the Fraudia Pina. And then we obviously got left winger. You could add someone like Salma, Liao, you know, those type of players. So if you have those type of players, they're the best in the game, man. And unfortunately, it's just how the game is, bro. You literally have to use what is the best in the game, because I try to be different. Like, I'm using Lukaku, I can't lie, he's really good, but when I play against like really good opponents, sometimes he goes a little bit passive and missing. So you have to really know what to use and utilize, man. If you want to get wins, you just literally just slap in Salma and Claudia Pina, right, and then you're gonna get wins. It's just how the game is, boys, unfortunately. But yeah, you can be different though, you know. You can try what I'm doing, you know, go with Lukaku. You can go like Kane. You can even go Lewandowski, change things up. I feel like the big-bodied strikers in this formation is perfect, bro. So yeah, we've got obviously balanced approach of 50. And then obviously the build-up style unbalanced. Now, I wanted to play short passing. I felt like short passings for those formations that at least have 2 CDMs. So if you're running a 4-2-1-3, it's perfect. Very ratty still, but perfect, because essentially you're gonna get players out of position, yes, but they're gonna track back because they are CDMs. So when you have the CMs though, yeah, that's your only players you can use to essentially track back and track those runs, especially from your opponents, because most of the time you're going to use your CMs to defend. And that's essentially why I have the fullbacks on defend, you know, because you have two CMs which are more or less, you could say, attacking. And that's why you obviously got your fullbacks chilling at the back. But yeah, balance and balance, I felt like is you needed to do it, especially in a 4-3-3 attack. Very attacking formation just naturally. So essentially, if you really want to do it, you can go short passing. If you like short passing, I like short passing personally. It's so nice with like the 4-1-2 and 2/2. Those formations that are more compact and at least have one CDM. But yeah, overall, I feel like with the 4-3-3-4, you're going to see some gaps if you go obviously short passing. Nonetheless though, balanced as well. What I was saying is I've seen a lot of players use the line height like I'd say 60 plus. I feel like that's for formations that at least have a CDM, man, because if you press from the top, boys, you're gonna, yes, sometimes it will be like a nice, like you don't give your opponent room, but you're gonna see, man, the score lines will be high. So that's why I just have it on balanced. But let's jump over to the actual roles. Oh, by the way, when it comes to playstyles for defenders, you want to have, obviously, the jockey, anticipate, bruiser is the best. I feel like for fullbacks, it's perfect to have jockey because obviously they track from side to side and their movement is just much better, much cleaner. So yeah, definitely have that in the account. And then we obviously got the two center backs, defender, defend. That's always a thing. Goalkeeper, completely up to you. Probably the most self-preferenced one. If you want to go focus, I'd say balanced. You know, you want the AI to do it for you, by all means you can do it, especially if your keeper has rush out. It's perfect because then it kind of works in harmony, if that makes sense. But yeah, two fullbacks is obviously going to be fullback defend because, as I said, you got your two CMs already chilling. Oh, sorry, not chilling, you got your two CMs kind of pressing, so you don't really want to do too much and have everyone bunched up, if that makes sense. So yeah, fullbacks on defend. Two CMs now, this is a very important one as well. You want to have a CM that is essentially is your playmaker, someone that can act as both, you could even say box. I think Pogba is perfect here, you know, playmaker roaming. Now, why I have him at roaming? He's kind of an outlet to pass to every time. He goes wherever the ball is, bro. So if you have your cam and you want to like do those quick 1-2s, you can essentially have Mainu as that playmaker roaming vibe. Mainu is very nice. I like him in the game, but he's outdated, bro. I won't lie. Perfect player years like Bonmati, Putayas, you boys know the deal, man. Park Ji-sung, now you want to have more of a physical presence CM, someone that can somewhat defend but also has that at least offensive qualities, and I feel like he's perfect in this position, man. And very nice traditional CM, pretty much does everything, and he's holding defend. Why I have holding defend is they kind of act as a CDM. You need to have at least that one player that you can always switch to when you need to, because as I said, it's very attacking formation, so essentially you need that one CM that's at least somewhat defensive, just so that you don't, you know, get pressured too much or like get left in the dirt, if that makes sense. So yeah, the very next one's going to be playmaker balance. Now I had this on roaming. I felt like sometimes it clashed with the CM. I felt like when it's playmaker balanced, they kind of just stay in that cam role and are a little bit forward in front of the LCM, I could say, because he's obviously playmaker roaming. So yeah, they work in harmony though. You could go roaming as well, but I just felt like you want to have your player, especially your main passer, that is the playmaker and that has the incisive pass plus or tiki-taka, whatever you want. You know, it's your canvas painted. I think have him just chilling, bro, at playmaker balance is one of the best, especially if they have the plus, and that's why I have Rui Costa there, because he essentially takes that role as well as the playstyle plus with the incisive pass plus. Inside forward for you, obviously, wingers, I have one on roaming. Now, why I have him on roaming? As I said, what roaming does is essentially acts as that outlet to pass to. So let's say, for instance, right, I need to attack. Rashford won't just always go inside forward like Shirky does. Even though he's balanced, Shirky just always cuts inside, you know. Rashford sometimes chills back, kind of waits until the pass is made to him, and then essentially can like release, or if he wants, cut inside and finesse if he needs to. He's a very nice, it's a very nice thing to do for, I'd say, one of your best wingers. Like obviously Shirky doesn't have the best shooting, so yeah. And also the movement of the player must essentially be good for them to be on roaming. So yeah, you want to obviously have both on inside forward though. But yeah, for the most part though, most people go balanced. I like the roaming one. Striker, I used to actually have advanced, not advanced forward, I used to have false 9 on Lukaku, due to the fact that I felt like he's a pretty nice, what is it, like hold up striker, you know, someone like that just kind of has that physical nature to kind of play that pass through when he needs to, and lay it off, you know, to someone like maybe if you have a cam like Rui Costa, bro. Like for instance, if someone can play shadow striker is what I'm trying to say, I think then you can obviously go with the false nine because they work in harmony as well, striker and cam. But yeah, I felt like Lukaku's just the main guy, advanced forward. It's probably the most no-nonsense thing you can do. The most traditional one, everybody uses advanced forward striker, advanced forward attack, sorry. That's going to be the tactics though, boys. Hopefully you boys obviously use it. Tell me in the comments, are you going to use it? And also what you are using. I'm going to jump in a game. I want to showcase how this formation plays, boys. 4-3-3-4. Let's get it. You know what's the very sad thing about this game though? I feel like why people aren't really playing it anymore is because it's just so boring, bro. I mean, why would you want to jump into a game where essentially everyone's doing the same thing? I bet you this guy's got Claudia Pina, bro. Just look. It's set up for this guy to have Claudia Pina, bro. Okay, fair enough. This is the first time probably in history that I have not versed Claudia Pina. But he or she does, you know, have the main man Nico Williams though. That guy is irritating, bro. Very nice from the main man Rashford to kind of act as a left mid and, you know, essentially defend right there, bro, with the roaming. Now I'm gonna obviously just try and milk every position just to showcase this formation, but yeah, tell me, are you boys still playing the game, by the way? What games are you playing? Always keen to ask, but I can't lie, this game has just completely plummeted. It was so good in the start of the game. It could just be because of the connection, because everyone's on the game now. Everyone's like acquired it. So yeah, we do have an attack going. Very nicely done. Oh, unlucky. Beautiful goal. Let's go, man. Double tap Y right there to the inside forward right winger, which kind of also acts as a striker sometimes. Oh, beautiful work from Lukaku right there. Thank you for moving the goalie. Appreciate you, my guy. Perfect right there. Advanced forward striker plus. It's very vital that you use your CMs to defend, boys. Don't be in my comments saying, Mike, this formation is very bad defensively, bro. Just use your CMs, especially if you have very good CMs, and don't touch your backline because they are all at defend. So essentially, like, you know, they're just gonna chill there. As you can see, brilliant from Amainu to obviously get that going. So we've got obviously our inside forward Rashford. Gonna cut inside. Okay, just very lanky, as I said, man. Sometimes playing the lanky play is not the play. You want to get like really quick players, but also good on the ball players. So yeah. Flip, man. Good to obviously get through to me. Oh, sorry, through my defense. Fair enough. What a beautifully worked goal. Let's go. Lukaku always in the strike right there. Position to always get that goal, man. That's why it's very vital that you have the plus or plus advanced forward. This guy does very well in terms of utilizing the the player lock. That's such an overpowered thing, especially if you have a lone striker and he's advanced forward. It's perfect to do like those, could say, what's the word, line breaking passes, you know, to kind of just like exactly what he did with Wilson. Like I can easily do that with Claudia because obviously it's Claudia Pina. See, as I was saying, the enforcer. Ooh, good tackle from Kunde. Kunde is such a menace to verse, bro. Oh my days. But yeah, if you have that enforcer, it's so overpowered, especially at striker, like I'll show you now. But Lukaku does brilliantly and he still scores, bro. This Lukaku card, I've been saying to people, bro. Oh, come on. He did so well to get through. Unfortunately, this guy kind of baited me with that keeper movement. Fair enough to him. Very nice pass from that incisive pass plus to obviously the main man with the inside forward, obviously Shirky. So yeah. Yes, Lukaku, come on, bro. 5-3. This game is so closely what is it, knitted, I could say. But yeah, this higher divisions you go, the harder it's gonna get, boys. I mean, the fact that we're doing this with 2 CMs, you know, a 4-3-3 variant that doesn't even have a CDM is perfect. And let alone with Lukaku, boys. So, do you get me? Like, if I had Salma, or sorry, not Salma, I keep saying Salma, Claudia Pina, this game's done, long gone. Oh, make that 6-3, bro. Let's go. That's why I like this formation, man. Very fun. It's not ratty at all. It's a very attacking, vibrant formation. Let's go, man. And I like that it's a formation that you don't really need to do anything with the line height, due to the fact that obviously this formation is naturally like, you could say, a pressing formation because of everybody situated higher. Do you get me? So, oh my days, get sent, man. Oh, that is dirty, bro. Oof. There we go. There's the chip. Come on, 8-3. And there we have it, boys. Lukaku as well with 7 goals, bro. 7 goals. I keep on telling people this Lukaku that I have is the best card I've used in the past 3, 4, 5 years, bro. He feels like Yasin Shikawi 15, bro. If you know, you know. In form. Even the normal one. Shout out, man. Shout out indeed. Let me know, boys, if you're going to use this formation. What I like about it as well is you can always utilize a striker that's not really that meta, if that makes sense. Like, you can use Kane, you can use those type of cards, and it will actually flourish just the way it's set up, you know. So yeah, let me know if you're going to use this, man. It's perfect how it is. I will leave the code in the bottom or pinned comment, sorry. Check it out. Have a fun one, boys. Let me know what other formations you want to actually see me use, and I'll catch you in the next one, man. Peace.